gentlemen, we are tonight's entertainment. Why so serious? Returns to me and says, why so serious? He comes at me with the knife. Why so serious? Sticks the blade in my mouth. Let's put a smile on that face. Why so serious? I'm gonna kill you.
Hello everyone. Okay, let me take a deep breath. I mean, this is like a 100-meter sprint, you know. In fact, nowadays they recommend painting for those who have probably high blood pressure or something like that to calm themselves down. But what I do is completely different. It always makes me more anxious and I'm like running, trying to finish the painting. So what is it? Yeah. So this is what I do. Yeah, so this is what I call a live art performance. So I have been painting from age 3. I am a self-taught artist. So I haven't gone to any art school till now. So whatever I am doing is all by myself. Of course, it's a God-given talent, but I have worked hard to refine my skills over these years. So I remember when I was a kid, I had a dream. My dream was to become an artist. Yeah, so that was my dream right from childhood. But unfortunately, I was also good in studies. Yeah, right. You know what happens when you are a rank holder and then everyone is like, wow, I mean, why don't you go and join some MNC and start earning some money, right? Yeah. Well, that's what happened with me too. Well, I really wanted to continue and take up art full time soon after my post-graduation. But again, because I was a rank holder in academics, and then probably looking back, I think that was a very wise decision also, that I started working in Bangalore as a human resource manager in a couple of companies. So I have roughly about 7 years of experience working as an HR. Yeah. So while working for the company, my profile was talent management. Yeah, to manage the talent of the employees. So, and at that point of time, I was spending a lot of time with myself. I was a bachelor. I was living in a very small little place. Every day, I would go back from work around 11 o'clock in the night and start painting or spend a lot of time with myself. I think these days, this is the problem, guys, that we don't have time to spend with ourselves. Like, because of the technology, of course, we can connect with anyone sitting any part of the world in a matter of few seconds, but we do not have the time to connect with ourselves. And the moment you start doing that is when you know what you really want to become. That's what happened with me. So I was working, I was earning good enough money, everything was fine. And when I started speaking to myself, I started realizing, why did I came to like Bangalore in the first place? Because I was living in a small village earlier when I was a kid. I didn't have all the opportunities, so I was hoping that I will get all these opportunities to improve my art or showcase my talent. And for the first 7-8 years, I didn't do anything. So that kind of growing dissatisfaction in me led to something more bigger. And that's when India's Got Talent happened. I'm talking about 8 years ago. And I went on to participate in a couple of reality shows, as some of you might have seen. And I was still working for a company at that point of time. So I was working, and then I was also performing, doing these reality shows. And then, yeah, so after the reality show, again, I didn't quit my job immediately. Yeah, because again, many people are like, have you guys seen, do you guys even remember all the reality show winners? Not really, right? Where are all those, like, who are the winners, like, let's say, 8-10 years ago? Few of them are, like, nowhere to be seen. So what happens to them? So that was the question even I asked myself, like, do I really want to take this risk? And I want to take a very calculated risk. And I clearly remember the day I quit in my farewell speech, I told them, why are we all so obsessed about a permanent job? Because everyone was like, oh no, but that's not permanent. To be an artist, you don't know what's going to happen after 5 or 10 years. But let's say working in a company or something like that, you have the salary going and it's like a permanent, so-called permanent job. So I was like, why do we work so obsessed about a permanent job in this very temporary world? Right? You're not sure what's going to happen tomorrow. And thinking about that, I already had spent almost 30 years of my life not doing what I really wanted to. As a child, my dream was to become an artist. So I decided 8 years ago to quit my job, to follow my heart, to dream big and do what I love. So here I am getting the opportunity to travel all over the world and meet wonderful people like you. So wonderful to be here, guys. Thank you so much for inviting me. Yeah. So I'm going to do one more painting. So that's it. Yeah, just one more painting. This is again about one more personality whom I would consider, I was very lucky to have met him personally. When he was alive, I had a chance to perform for him. And please do listen to the audio also when I perform. That's very important because this is about music and art. And the music, the audio that goes on in the painting is as important as the art itself. And so once again, thank you so much, but please do remember, guys, this is what I truly believe in, that each and every one of us is special. It is up to us to find out what you are good at, right? As Albert Einstein said, if you compare a fish by its ability to climb a tree, it will spend its entire lifetime thinking it is stupid. Yeah? So you can't compare those two. You are as unique as everyone else. It's up to you to find what you are, who you are, and who you want to become in future. So wish you all the best, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you. Can I have the track too, please?
darkness in the heart, there is beauty in the character. When there is beauty in the character, there is harmony in the home. When there is harmony in the home, then there is an order in the nation. When there is order in the nation, there is peace in the home. That is true. But the world around you is doing its best day and night to make you just the way. I am born with confidence. I am born with wings. So, I am not meant for crawling because I have wings. I fly. I fly.
Okay. Okay. This is not like part of my TED speech as such. With that painting, I'm done with my performance and speech, but I just want to take this opportunity to truly thank the organizing committee, because what happened today, as some of you probably would have seen in my social media platform status, that today morning while coming from Ahmedabad, the airline misplaced my canvas. Now this is a black color canvas which is so difficult to find in any of the city. Imagine getting it in Goa on a Sunday. Yeah, that's almost impossible. So we did try hard to find whatever materials that we could prepare this kind of the entire setup that is possible today. For once I thought I'm not going to perform today. I was really sad. But then thanks to the organizing team also who really ran around to make this happen. So thank you so much, guys. Thank you once again. Thank you.